This is how to bounce back from rock bottom and how I fucking turned my life around. Who I was, so I broke into a house, I got hit with a barbell, I was suicidal, sold weed, I was addicted to games, porn and weed. I was anorexic, I had social anxiety, I was horrible to my mother, kicked out in a hostel, into a hostel at 16 years old, and I was bullied my whole life. So you could probably think why all these things tie into each other. Why being bullied, why being anorexic, why being addicted to all of these things made me a horrible person, made me insecure as fuck, and eventually led into my mum kicking me out of my house. And of course, the breaking into the house and getting hit with a barbell. That made an effect on my mum as well. And there's a reason as to why she kicked me out. And when I did get kicked out, that was a shock to me. That completely changed my fucking life. So I got kicked out and moved to a place where I knew no one. The first thing that I needed to do was spend thousands of hours alone to figure out my problems and who I truly was. So I spent so much time in isolation, isolated myself from all of the bad influences that were around me. The people from my old hometown, I started cutting contact with them so then I could focus on myself. I was in a homeless unit at that point, so there was junkies, there was alcoholics, and I kept myself away from them as much as possible. Then I eventually moved into my own house, and I had no Wi-Fi, so I just spent so much time in isolation, reflecting on what led me up to that moment, reflecting on why I felt so horrible about my current position, reflecting on my whole life, the way that I treated others, what I'd done, who I was, and who I actually wanted to be. And by doing that, I then started to find more answers. I then started to find the root of my problems. I started to realise that it wasn't because of other people that I felt the way that I felt. It was because of me. It was because I wasn't taking action on what I was doing. There was a reason as to why people were bullying me and picking on me. And that's because I was a skinny bitch. That's because I was a weak-minded pussy. And I never had any ambition in life. So I was just a fucking target to everyone. I stayed away from people as I didn't want to socialise with people that weren't on my level. So losers attract losers. At the beginning of your self-improvement journey, you're most likely a fucking loser, and you're going to attract losers. So you need to work on yourself, improve yourself, then you will start attracting winners into your life. And I started adopting better habits and started dropping the ones that I currently had. So I stopped smoking weed, I started vaping, and then I came off the vape and I stopped watching porn. I stopped playing fucking video games. Exposure. So comfort is stagnant, discomfort is growth. In order for you to grow, you need to get out of your comfort zone. My first step was getting into the gym. I was so anxious when I walked into the gym for the first time, but I went and done it anyways. And the more I worked on myself, the more muscle I started to build, the more confident I started to feel. I then started approaching people in the gym, and that helped with my social anxiety. I started to meet people that were kind of on the same journey. I would learn stuff from them, and I would later on become more socially aware. I would then become more social in general because I wasn't anxious about what people were going to say about me and what people thought about me. I then got into I then got a job in a corner shop and made it my goal to work on communication. So I worked in there for fucking ages. People thought I was going to be there for the rest of my life. No one actually knew who I was, and I just made it my goal every single fucking day to work on a new level of communication. So I would have in my head, right, okay, today I'm going to ask everyone how they are. That was the first thing that I'd done, and I was shitting myself. When a good looking woman would come to the till, I would ask them how they were. And I was fucking shitting myself, and I would say stupid shit, and then my face would go bright red, I'd start getting sweaty. People would call me out for it, and that's life as a man. You need to fucking fail, you need to embarrass yourself, you need to do stupid shit in order to learn and become better. I then started going on dates, so I was becoming more attractive, I was working on myself, and started going on dates. I was scared as fuck. I didn't know what to say, but I just focused on being me. And it actually went alright because of the confidence I was building from the gym, but I was still shitting myself and I was still stuttering on my words and didn't even know what to say, didn't really know what to speak about, but I went and done it. I exposed myself to it and I grew. I've made so many mistakes and embarrassed myself in front of many women, so one of the worst fucking feelings as a man, and you will either feel this or you've felt this before, is embarrassing yourself in front of a woman. Saying something fucking stupid or saying something the wrong way, and then you get self-conscious because you're not actually fully secure about yourself, you're still insecure. So if you mess up with your words, you're like, oh fuck, oh. You go all red and you start to get sweaty and shit. That's the way that I used to get. And yeah, I've made so many fuck ups. So initially I wanted to be an MMA fighter. I joined a fight gym and I couldn't afford the next payment, so I didn't go. But I had a free membership at the gym. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go all out in the gym. I'm going to start eating more. I'm going to start gaining weight. And I eventually found a passion for training and building muscle because I wanted to look good, feel confident. So I then pursued it. And this led me into a whole world of self improvement. And I dedicated my life to becoming the best version of me. So fitness is the gateway to all self improvement. That is the number one gateway. If you want to improve yourself, the first thing that you need to do is level up your body. Once you start leveling up your body, you start experiencing mindset changes. And this is just a fact. You start looking into other self improvement things. You start watching other creators, YouTubers about self improvement. You'll learn a whole lot more. I started to then develop morals, qualities, and values through self improvement, healing my relationship with my mother, and shaping me into the man that I am today. So, along my self improvement journey, I looked up to a lot of role models on YouTube because I never had anyone else to look up to. So, I learned a lot from that. I then started to develop my own morals, qualities, and my own values that I genuinely aligned with deep down, but I just didn't know. This changed me into a completely different person. I then apologised to my mum and we built our relationship back, and I message her every single fucking morning asking her how she is, good morning, and I love her so much. Honestly, I couldn't have wished for a better mum. So thanks to God, I found my purpose with my newfound knowledge and wisdom through self-isolation and self-actualization. So through that isolation, I found my purpose, isolated myself, focused on the gym, leveled up, and I was like, you know what? This is all I care about. All I eat, sleep, and breathe is self improvement. All I care about is becoming the best version of me. And I've learnt so many lessons along the way that I can now instill into other people and do that as a job. As of now, I'm an online fitness coach, and this leads into self improvement. I give all of my clients self improvement knowledge, structure, routines, mindset already, but in the future, I might lean more towards that and still have my fitness clients. So I'll have like fitness clients and mindset clients, and then fitness and mindset clients because self improvement is honestly my fucking passion. That's all I care about. And this is all thanks to God. So when I was in the homeless unit, I was like, fucking hell, like I can take I can take two paths here. I can hang about with the people that are taking drugs just next door to me, or I can focus on myself and improve myself. And God showed me the way. God gave me that chance to basically rebirth myself and become a new fucking person. And I'm honestly so fucking grateful for God giving me that opportunity. The only reason I obtained knowledge was because I've tried everything, embarrassed myself, and failed so many times. I've embarrassed myself so many times, done so many fucking stupid things, wore stupid clothes, done stupid shit. I've honestly done the most stupid and cringy shit that you could ever fucking think of. And I only learned from those mistakes. I wrote down what the best version of me does, what his routines are, what his diet's like, the way that he works, what does he work as, what his style is, his mindset, and what his physique looks like. And you need to have a clear goal in mind in order to get to where you want to be. You can't get there without knowing where the fuck you're going to be, where the fuck you're going to go. You need to create that person, because without insight on who that person is, you're not going to get there. You need to have a fucking you need to create a blueprint. You need to create a roadmap to get there. And this is how you do it. So you need to write down what his routines are, what his diet's like, what he looks like, what he smells like. Does he wake up at 6 in the morning? Does he read pages of a book in the morning? Does he tidy his house first thing in the morning? What does he do? I then created a roadmap that aligned completely with that person that I wanted to become, and I made a Google Calendar for what he does. So if you go into Google Calendar and you've set up this guy, you've set up his day, what he looks like, what he does, then you can go into your Google Calendar and create a day to get to where he is. So go in, morning. What does he do in the morning? What does he do in the afternoon? What does he do in the evening? What does his nighttime routine look like before he goes to bed? What does he eat? What are the supplements that he takes? And then create that person. And then the next day, wake up and become that fucking person by doing what he does. Action. Repetition carries conviction. Every day I done the same morning routine, I ate the same diet, I posted every single day on as many social medias as possible. I worked many of different jobs that I hated to learn life lessons and put money in my pocket to live and fuel my dream. And I coached people in the gym for a while, then started online coaching for free, and I'm now currently in full pursuit of my purpose, which is changing people's lives and contributing to the fucking world. So, you need to wake up, look at your Google Calendar, the notifications that it gives you, you can put the notifications on, and you need to follow that to a fucking T. You need to do that shit every single fucking day. You cannot, on Monday, be extremely fucking locked in, 100%, 100% effort, and then Tuesday, be 70%, and then Wednesday, 70% again. Personally, the best way that I've found is to literally be 100% every single fucking day. And there is times and days where you will fall off, but you need to adapt to that ASAP. And that's one thing that I've learned through self-improvement is I fell off so many fucking times. I've had so many days when I'm just completely fucking about, and now I'm at a point where that doesn't happen. There's things that may distract my focus, and there's days where I might put in about 85%, but then the next day I adapt to it quick as fuck, and I'm like, no, that same night, in fact, not the same day, that same night I'll reflect on that day and I'm like, no, I haven't done enough. No, I haven't done enough. But why have I not done enough? Because of X, Y, and Z. And then I figure out the root to the problem. So you need to be taking action on the best version of you every single fucking day. Build your bridges again. Apologise to the people that you've done wrong to along your way. And by doing this, you will get a sense of gratitude, positivity, and you will just feel enlightened. So I hope this video has helped you to bounce back and use this in 2025, and I'll see you at the fucking top.